Good morning, good evening, good all the things. Hi, what's going on? My name is Katie Brannon, and this is Tea Time True Crime with Katie. All right, so before we get started, this is going to be a little different. I found out this really messed up law. In my opinion, let's see what you guys think. It is called the Free Kill Law. It is in Florida. Yeah. And it is definitely scary as it sounds. Before we get started though, I'm going to talk about a sponsor and also something that I'm really excited about. So if you guys are just seeing this, hi, thank you so much for joining. I'm Katie. We talk about true crime content and also good vibes. I'm surrounded by crystals, lit up white candles, just wonderful energy to talk about horrific things. Yeah, that's pretty excited about this person I'm going to be talking about. She's actually having this amazing wholesale today at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you miss it, don't worry, message her, message the company. They'll take care of you. It's a small business because I get DMs from you guys asking where I get my jewelry. I have this gorgeous Larimar, thank you. Larimar ring. I have this beautiful crystal. I'm not sure what it's like called, but it literally looks like a snowy forest. Yeah, it's gorgeous. And I love my aquamarine. Yes, so blingy and pretty. And then my gorgeous bracelets. This is hematite tourmaline, and I believe either that one or obsidian. Yeah, but anyway, it's great grounding, and it helps with inflammation like arthritis and stuff like that. Then I have my red carnelian, I have my fluorite, and of course my evil eye. And I'm wearing my opalite necklace. So all the good vibes. And if you're wondering, well, Katie, it's inflation. I can't afford this. I get it. Believe me, I am there. But the holidays, what better way to show someone to show you love them that you want them to feel better? And these are very affordable jewelry and crystals. Like the light up crystal behind me was like under $20. Yeah, and that is lit up amethyst. And this wonderful woman, Jeannie, she makes everything herself. Like, it's insane. And she's a really good person. And she has helped me so much in all kinds of ways. So definitely check it out. I'll leave the link in the description below. And it is Mobile Psychic Connections, but she has so many other services. But if you want beautiful crystal jewelry to help you feel good with all the good vibes, definitely check her out. It is November 25th, 2023. So she has an awesome sale tonight. Yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't miss it. All right, so this one, yeah. With the weather change being really cold, I'm a little stuffy, so please forgive me. But hopefully my voice is still calming and kind. So, but right now I have a mug that I have, if you are listening, I have a picture of my children, which are my 3 cats. I have Max, I have Bowie, and I have Tux. So, yeah. All right, well, without further ado, Free Kill Law. Now, this law has been around since the 1990s. And it's basically you cannot sue for medical malpractice or medical negligence. Now, before I talk about this, I want to do a disclaimer that I'm going to be talking about very upsetting matters that are not only true, but they are still happening today. I know. And I want to say that this is not bashing the medical community as a whole in any way, because I really support doctors, nurses. I have friends and family in the field. You're amazing at what you do. But of course, there are good and bad in everything. And this time, I'm talking about the bad. No, I'm serious. I swear this law makes like profit over people. Yeah, honestly. If you are over 25 years old, if you are not married, and if you don't have any minor children, and you die in a hospital, your loved ones cannot sue for malpractice or for medical negligence. Yeah, I know. And you're probably wondering, well, Katie, that's fine. I don't need to live in Florida. Florida is pretty and all, but I'm not going to live there. Well, I hate to break it to you, but this even applies to tourists as well. I know. I have, like, my sister loves Florida. I have family that visits Florida. I have friends that live in Florida. I mean, it's Florida, Florida, Florida. So I don't know why they came up with this law, but again, it's as old as the 1990s. And you're wondering, well, Katie, how does it really affect people? I have a few examples right here. And yeah, these are real people. They are really trying to change the law, or they're trying to just bend it a little bit, because these wonderful people who are innocent, okay, their loved ones don't really matter. That's what this law seems like to them. And I know that sounds cruel, but the way I'm going to describe how these people were treated is unreal. It's really, really sad. And I have 3 examples, 3 stories, and I got this information from the First Coast News. So it's already getting traction, which is awesome. Because again, I talked to my parents during Thanksgiving, and they didn't even know about this law. I'm like, really? And my parents are very like smart. They understand a lot of laws and stuff like that. And she's like, I've never heard of that. Marcia Shepler had a son named Jojo Thompson. He died after the first hospital that she took him, and they just refused to treat him entirely. He was a 2-year-old in a 29-year-old body. He was autistic, had Down syndrome, and these are her words, okay? And he was sick, and she went to go get her son help, which any wonderful mother would do. You want to stop your child from suffering. Well, the delay in not helping Jojo in time, he passed away. He passed away due to septic shock. Yeah, that was like 4 or 5 years ago. She is going to a politician. She's trying to turn this law and trying to help people because, why, guys? Jojo was over 25. He was not married, and he did not have any children. So his death, due to medical negligence, there is no repercussions whatsoever, except a mother's broken heart and loved ones. I know, it's really sad. Jojo Thompson, he is just adorable. I have a picture of him with, a birthday cake. He wasn't verbal, but it doesn't matter. He was still loved in so many ways. And his mother, Marcia, she is just an incredible fighter to keep her son's name alive. And rest in peace, Jojo. I'm so sorry for your loss. And if you're going to say, well, Katie, maybe it was due to low staff, which that could be it, yes. But the fact that they found out he was over 25, not married, and no children, he was basically put on the back burner. I know. Absolutely terrible. He's still a human being. You have to remember that. Lives, breathes, have feelings, have emotions. And he was very loved. Rest in peace, Jojo. Another example. Yeah, I told you I have 3 examples in this video. Another example is Keith Davis. Keith Davis was 62 years old, and he was a veteran. He went to a hospital near Tampa in Florida because of his foot was swollen. Now, the foot swelling, the doctors failed to find a blood clot that was like 9 inches long. Yeah, I believe it was in his leg. That's why the foot was swollen. And he ended up dying in the hospital 5 days later. I know, it's awful. His daughter is not a minor, and his grandbaby doesn't matter, but his daughter is incredible. She is fighting to repeal this law because due to medical negligence and not seeing the blood clot that could have saved, they could have saved his life. He passed away. Now, because he wasn't married, he may have been widowed, I believed, but he was not married, no minor children, and he was over 25. He was put on the back burner. So, and then if you're wondering, well, how did it, you have to answer questions when you are admitted in the hospital. So when Florida sees these patients, again, over 25, no minor children, not married, they're put on the back burner. I know, it's devastating. She loved her father so much, and he survived wars. Okay, he's a veteran, he served our country, and then he ended up going on a blood clot. He ended up leaving this world because of a blood clot that could have been found. Now I'm thinking, well, maybe a blood clot was so tiny. No, 9 inches. You have any idea how big 9 inches? Like what? How did you not see that? Yeah, the way these cases make it sound is when they get your medical information and they see those 3 things. All right, well, they're better off dead, actually, than for us keeping them alive due to them suing us or anything like that or any mistreatment. So you basically are better off dead to them. I know, it's horrible, according to this law, free kill law. Now, you're wondering, okay, well, Katie, calm down. Okay, well, no, I'm not, because I really care about these people. And, the law, I found out, was actually put in place for medical malpractice insurance premiums from rising so the doctors wouldn't leave the state. First of all, that's scary as hell, okay? Like, you have to put those premiums in. But why those 3 classifications of people? That doesn't make any sense. They're still people. You took an oath to protect and serve, and you have this crazy amount of education that you passed everything, like your stats, everything. And yet this law is like just, I don't know. Everyone, even the lawyers know it in Florida. When these poor people come to lawyers and be like, we need to sue this hospital, they're like, all right, well, was your daughter or son over 25? No minor children? And you're probably wondering, well, minor under the age of 18. Oh, are they married? Oh, no. Okay, there's nothing we can do. Sorry. I can't imagine having a loved one pass away in a hospital when they were supposed to protect and serve and help, but they just let their loved ones pass away. The law has been around since the 1990s, and I have heard both sides. And honestly, I feel like they keep the law because so they don't pay money. Like it says medical malpractice insurance premiums. Well, I get things happen, but it seems to be happening more and more because there is no law to protect these three classifications of people. Like, really? Sorry, you guys. I'm like trying to fight my tears here. It's just like, think of your loved one, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your friend, a neighbor that you care about, anybody who you have any feelings for, just pass away in a hospital due to negligence, due to malpractice. And there's nothing you can say or do about it. It's like these people don't have a voice, and they pretty much died for no reason. And I get it. Things happen in a hospital. I get that. But if you clearly did something wrong, like clearly, you should have consequences. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I put myself in these people's shoes because I care about them, and I know I've never met them. But as I tell people, and I'm sure you've seen it on shirts, if people can hate for no reason, I can love for no reason. Sorry, we got one more example. Oh, excuse me. All right. Get it together, Katie. Get it. Okay. Cindy Jenkins. So I gave you past examples. And you're probably like, well, Katie, I looked it up and Keith Davis died in 2020. And there was COVID, quarantine, and low staff and all that. Okay, all right. Okay, let's say that had some kind of factor. No, that's no excuse. That's a factor. Let me give you an example that happened this year, 2023. 2023, Cindy Jenkins' daughter, Taylor, was involved in a car accident after leaving a St. Patrick's Day party. She was at a stoplight, and someone was definitely not paying attention and ran, like just smacked right into her really fast. I mean, the picture is brutal of her in the hospital. Now, they automatically see that she's swollen in the head, but they treated her for a head injury. But they failed to see a torn artery, and that led to internal bleeding. So she passed away. Now, of course, the mother and loved ones are very, very upset. And they wanted to sue for negligence, medical malpractice. And of course, when she went to the lawyer, is Taylor over 25? Is Taylor married? Does Taylor have any children? Taylor was over 25, she was not married, and she had no children. And yeah, she wanted to just go have a good time. Wanted to, yeah. And then you're gone. Like that. Bam! Someone runs into you. No fault of your own. No fault of your own. And then your mother is with you, and you're like, just, and they didn't see that. They did not see the torn artery. They did not do a proper, like, assessment of the body and missed that torn artery. So Taylor slowly died of internal bleeding. Yeah. Yep. Again, doctor said no because of the free kill law. We have no jurisdiction. We have no... Now, I was like really upset, if you haven't noticed. And I was trying to look up, are there any laws trying to break this law? Like, are they? Now, currently there are 3 bills that are being introduced, but the bills before that have been dropped. They have just been dropped. The previous reform laws have also been denied. I know, it's awful. So yeah, God forbid you're a tourist just hanging out in Key West, drinking a margarita, having your queso with guacamole. Oh, the best, right? Even though, give me a mocktail, because I'll have one sip and I'll just waste it. Sorry, I don't really drink. And, or smoke or anything. I know I'm lame. I'm so lame sauce. I know. It's fine. It's fine. We all have our vices, though. Don't worry. Sugar and carbs, right here. Love them. All right, so if you're a tourist, that means you're just visiting and those things happen to you. I'm just thinking of all the kids that that are doing their masters in college, or they just want to have a girls or a bachelor or a bachelorette party and something happens. And yeah, when that hospital sees your age, you're going to be put on the back burner. I mean, let me know, like, what do you guys think about this law? I mean, like I said, it's for medical malpractice insurance premiums for not to go up. Well, why pick those 3 classifications of people? They're still people. Aren't you supposed to uphold the oath of love and protect and take care of? Yeah. It's awful. I mean, they are trying to do something about it now. But again, it just doesn't look good. And why only Florida? Because I Googled it and I was like, any other kill laws in the States and in the United States? No, just Florida. Dang, Florida. Like, that's how I spell it, by the way. Florida. I know. I just realized Florida spells out Florida. The more you know. The more you know. The loved ones who have been devastated by this law, friends, families, what have you, I really hope you receive justice. And sadly, for some families, it's way too late. But I hope in the future that laws will be changed to actually like protect people. I don't know. It's really sad, you guys. I don't know how else to end this. I guess the more you know. Free kill law. God, like, who would make that law? Like, free kill law. Like, it sounds bad. Why did you put that? Yeah. And of course, the reasoning is because of money, premiums, medical premiums. And they're saying, well, certain system is put into practice to keep, everything in line. I was like, that makes like no sense. I just don't understand. You're basically saying those 3 classifications are kind of rare, right? And so they don't matter. They're just put in the back burner. You cannot sue. You cannot do anything. It just makes me mad. Ooh. You're seeing all the emotions in this podcast right now. All right. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I just wanted to do a podcast. I know it's not as long as my others, but I just want to put it out there that there is a law like this. It's real. And it protects certain people, and then it doesn't protect others. What do you guys think? Please let me know down below. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Definitely check out the shop. I mean, if you want to feel good, have loved ones feel good, check her out. She is, total muy bueno. Probably saying that wrong, but you guys understand all the good vibes. All right, until next time, you are loved and you are cherished. And remember, you are doing better than you think.